we need to talk about Soldier 76. Soldier 76 has been in a pretty awkward spot in the game, especially with the newly gigabuffed tanks and the newly gigabuffed armor, and he's really struggled to find a spot in the game. But before we dig into why this character needs help, before we dig into why this character needs a buff, I need you guys to check out this really hype clip over here. Me and Evie put ourselves on a challenge that can we play one of the worst supports live ever, can we play one of the worst DPS Soldier 76 and actually pop off with them, and this clip over here is kind of pretty hype, so I'm gonna shut up, let you guys enjoy this clip and come back to you in just a moment. Okay, can you...
Fuck!
I
gave you...
Where? Oh I used it to dodge the Cassidy ultimate!
I saw it! Oh my god!
Oh my god, you and Juno are nuts.
The fuck? Dude, we are so stuck.
I killed 4, man! Tree, man, tree!
I don't have it! Nah. Life protects life. He's run!
Dude, I'm going nuts!
Oh my god!
I'm going nuts on this!
Oh my god, Abby!
Oh my god, I don't even know
Oh
how
my
many
god.
kills that was!
Wait.
Holy shit, man. Imagine losing to Soldier 76 plus live evo combo. Now that was a really fun clip, wasn't it? Yeah, that was like the one game where I actually got to pop off properly with Soldier 76, and every other game playing this character felt like a nightmare. So why does Soldier feel bad? Well, the first things first, we need to address the elephant in the room, not the element. Soldier's damage is just bad into armored tanks in general, especially the new Giga buffed armor with the way it's working. Even though it's gotten a bit toned down, it's not necessarily felt better for Soldier to shoot into. And it doesn't help that D.Va, who's not necessarily an S tier tank anymore, she's still an A tier pick. She's very, very, very good at shutting down Soldier 76, which can be incredibly annoying to deal with when you're Soldier 76, because you just feel like there's nothing you can do about it. It's one of the easiest matchups for D.Va as well. Like, you don't even have to defense matrix any of the things he does. He's just such a joke. The second thing is the name of the game is burst damage and burst healing. Because Blizzard refuses to nerf burst healing in the game, we always run into this problem where damage over time is never going to be relevant. That's kind of why Bastion is kind of bad right now, and Soldier is also bad, and Sojourn is also kind of bad. Yes, Sojourn has her hit scan, railgun shot, but it's not enough to where she's feeling better. I will talk about Sojourn because I do think she's kind of poo-poo right now, but right now this video is about 76, so let's kind of circle back to him. So the question then becomes, like, how can we help Soldier 76? I think the answer or solution is rather simple. Now, before I dig into it, I do kind of want to talk about Soldier 76's ultimate. I think Soldier has by far one of the worst ults in the game. Yes, on paper, a character who can access an aimbot, that's kind of broken when you think about it. However, the ultimate has become so outdated, there's so many ways to counter it, there's so many ways to deal with it. Not only that, but is it just me that when you ult with Soldier 76, sometimes I feel like my head hitbox actually becomes 10 times bigger, or something happens to the enemy team where it's kind of like Genji's Dragon Blade, where everybody on the enemy team will immediately focus. So you can have the perfect position, you can play behind all your teammates, and somehow the entire enemy team's like bullets, rockets, everything that you can think of will circle around your teammates and somehow find you and delete you from the game. I swear to God, pressing Q on Soldier 76 is an announcement to the lobby that I would like to die right now. Please, take me out. I cannot take this anymore. Playing this character is a misery, man. Delete me. That's what ulting with Soldier 76 can feel like sometimes. However, like I said, the concept of an aimbot on a character can be very, very strong. So how do we approach Soldier 76's ultimate to help make it feel better? I think Soldier's entire kit needs some help outside of his projectile rocket. Now, the problem with Soldier's projectile rocket is it can feel incredibly inconsistent as a combo piece to his rifle. So I don't want to approach the rocket. I kind of want to do some quality of life changes and just some minor buffs to his kit to help him feel better. First of all, I don't think it's a bad thing if we actually increase Soldier's bullet damage by 1. That's it. I think just one to start out to see how it is to help the character out. Number 2, we do need to help the way. I think it's not a bad idea if Soldier can reload when he's running. One of the biggest frustrations, I don't know if they have changed this or not. I haven't played this character in a pretty long time until I need to get some footage for this video. But I think one of the things that they could do is like allow him to reload when he's running, because it can really help make him feel less clunky. I think that would really, that would help the character. I don't think it would be something over the top unless they've done this and I'm completely like, ignorant and I don't know. So if that is the case, Sincerest apologies, I don't know, I don't keep up with this character, but I do know he's kind of weak and poo-poo right now. And as always on this channel, we are fair to every character. We want them to be healthy, we want them to be accessible, but we don't necessarily want them to be broken. We want them to have ups and downs. And I think the down of Soldier 76 is that he's Soldier 76. He's one of the most outdated characters in the game compared to everybody else right now. So what else can we do for Soldier 76? So there's the way to approach his running. I think maybe even a minor speed increase wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, especially because when you take a flank angle and you use visor and it doesn't work out, all you need to do is run away. But really, man, everybody else, there's been such a massive mobility creep that everybody else just catches up to you. So I don't think it would be a bad idea for Soldier to have just a slight movement speed increase. Maybe, at least maybe in his ultimate, because it's his ultimate, right? Like he activates his tactical visor and his super Soldier enhancement program lets him run faster, or maybe in his ultimate he does a little bit more damage. Just some way to approach the character where he can feel like a little bit more of a threat, because seriously, there's no reason to ever play this character. I think you'll even find more success with Bastion in some cases than you would with Soldier 76. Or maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself. I don't know. Somebody let me know if I was getting too ahead of myself over there. But outside of that, what else can we do? So I've looked at it from the running perspective, the quality of life of allowing him to reload when he's running. I don't think you need to increase the damage on his rocket. I think that's fine. I think what you could do is increase the bullet damage by 1, just to compensate for the fact that the armor got giga buffed, the health pools are bigger, his breakpoints aren't necessarily the best. And honestly, like, I wouldn't mind even if Soldier was one of the better picks in the game, because guys, like, Soldier 76 is such an honest character. He doesn't have any random wacky bullshit. He doesn't have that OP burst damage sometimes like Ashe does with breakpoints and shit. He's a damage over time character. Like, if he's like controlling the recoil, he has really terrible recoil. Like, how is it that Baptiste can get the recoil pretty much removed, but Soldier can't even get his insanely heavy recoil toned down? It's really, really crazy to me that Soldier still has the recoil, but Baptiste pretty much doesn't. Man, come on, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Baptiste pretty much doesn't have recoil anymore. It's actually stupid that a support character has their recoil removed, and arguably he does more damage than Soldier 76 over time than compared to Soldier 76, because Baptiste is burst damage and Soldier is just damage over time. So I think maybe we could also reduce Soldier 76's recoil, but honestly, I don't think that would solve his problems. I think Soldier 76 just genuinely needs help from the POV that he needs a damage increase. I don't think you need to increase the healing on his healing station, although they changed a while back where they increased it by 2 seconds, the cooldown, like, before it comes back. It's stupid. Like, I don't think Soldier's healing numbers are that broken either. If you really want to look at AoE healing in the game, Break and Juno are right there. But, they don't want to do that, but, it is what it is. So, Soldier 76, I think, the best way to approach him is let's increase his damage by 1, allow him to reload when he's running, and maybe in his ultimate allow him to run a little bit faster, because if the tac visor fails, because it's still damage over time and not raw burst damage or something like that, and he has to escape, allow him to escape faster. At least in his ultimate, Soldier 76 should be allowed to run away. Because seriously, like, let me ask you a question, like, why would you ever pick Soldier as the go-to hit scan when Ashe controls the mid to long range sightlines better, Widowmaker controls the mid to long sightlines better, Widowmaker can just one-shot things, Ashe has like the dynamite control that she brings to zone out an area with it, or to get like a big AoE damage. Cassidy is Cassidy, like, he's really, really good. Even his ultimate is much better than tac visor. They did so many quality of life changes to Cassidy where he can move faster, he gets a damage reduction. Why can't Soldier get something like that? I'm trying to be fair, I'm trying to apply their logic over here. And again, like, I actually find Soldier to be the healthier hit scan compared to all the other ones. I like the other hit scans too, but they can certainly feel oppressive. Like, I mean, we're in a Widow meta right now, right? Now, there is a community theory that's been going around that I really do want to discuss and talk about, but I'm purposefully holding back from it because I want to see what happens with the season. But maybe I'll do a video on this tomorrow, and that is Blizzard balancing around skins? There's an argument that's being made that, well, whenever a character gets a mythic skin, a mythic weapon skin, that character coincidentally gets a buff. Now, there is some merit to this argument, but then there's also some counterpoints to this argument. And I'm in that position right now where I'm like, okay, look, Soldier has the mythic weapon that's coming out really soon. If, and this is big if and big but, I don't know why I said big but, I like big but, so let's not talk about that right now. Point is, if Soldier gets if he somehow gets a buff when he gets his mythic weapon, then there is actually a very good argument to be made that yes, Overwatch is unironically balancing around who gets skins. Like, is it a coincidence that Sombra kind of got gutted the one season where Widowmaker got her skin? Okay, and then there was some arguments to be made that like Kiriko couldn't counter Reinhardt's shatter anymore during the season. Reinhardt got his mythic weapon. There's some merit there. You know, I could do a full breakdown analysis, but again, I want to save that for another video. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow or the day after that, because there is actually a good argument to be made that maybe Blizzard is in some cases balancing around the fact that a character is getting skins. Some people were like, oh, when Reinhardt got the All Might skin, they basically made it so that Ramatra couldn't counter Rein at all anymore. And then as soon as the skin left the shop, Ramatra got the changes for it. No, okay, that's a massive reach. That is a massive reach. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I think personally that's a massive reach, but honestly, I could see it. I do think that could be a case too. Okay, so I don't know, man. Like the Overwatch is in a really funny state right now. Arcade game was amazing. Do play it if you have not gotten the chance yet. But please help Soldier76. He's a fun character. He's a straightforward character. He and Reaper, like, you know, before we were arguing a lot for Reaper, like, I think a lot of the OG cast in Overwatch are very honest heroes. I think very few of them can be problematic. Soldier76 is one of those characters that isn't necessarily OP, broken. There's so many ways to deal with him. Diva, Winston, Genji, just dive in general completely destroys him. So I think we should allow Soldier to have some strength. There's so many ways to, and so many tools in the game to deal with him, and so many ways to counter the things he does. I don't think, like, Soldier being strong is necessarily a bad thing. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Should Soldier be buffed? Should Soldier remain bad? I mean, why would you want that? The hero's really not that, like, OP or annoying to play against, man. Like, I don't think I ever have gone into the forums or Reddit and somebody goes like, oh my god, I hate Soldier 76. Like, I've never ever seen that in my life. And if somehow you are the one who says, oh my god, I hate Soldier 76, he does all of these things, I only have one thing to say to you before I end the video. Skill issue.